Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Thursday. All right, guys, well, we're back to talk about Bethenny Frankel and Jill Zarin because we know that we got the podcast interview that we've all been waiting for, right? The Bethenny and Jill reuniting only to find out that you got bamboozled, you got mic'd up and sent to a funeral when you had no idea what was actually going on. Right. Well, that same podcast interview, now Bethenny Frankel is clarifying where that relationship stands with Jill Zarin after this. And I was hopeful. But now I don't know. So before we jump in, you guys know how this works. Plus, we have video. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, you guys, we're back to talk about the Bethenny and Jill of it all because Bethenny Frankel went on a rant about not wanting to hang out with Jill Zarin after their podcast reunion. Thank you to All About the Real Housewives. Roni alum Bethenny Frankel has no interest in a friendship with former bestie and co-star Jill Zarin despite their recent reunion on her podcast. Bethenny Frankel is drawing a line in the sand when it comes to her relationship with Jill Zarin. Interesting. The skinny girl mogul went on a very odd rant on social media just ahead of reuniting with the former best friend and Real Housewives of New York co-star Jill Zarin on her Rewives podcast. Now, we know that Jill appeared on the July 25th episode of Bethenny's Rewives podcast, and during the podcast, the two dished on a bevy of topics, including Andy Cohen, how the Roni producers tried to keep them apart, and the truth about Bethenny filming at Bobby Zarin's funeral. In the video, Bethenny shared her hesitations about reuniting with Jill. Apparently, Bethenny's fear is that she is opening the door to something that she's not ready or willing to walk through, which is some type of friendship with Jill Zarin. And I mean, to be fair, she is being very open about this, and there is a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, and a lot of history going back. When Bethenny tried, this is a Jill problem, this is not a Bethenny problem, because when Bethenny was filming the show with Jill, I don't know if you guys remember, but they tried to stick them in the same apartment and Jill stormed off. I'm not doing it. I'm out of here. I'm storming off and absolutely not. But that was when Jill Zarin was holding all of the cards. She had Zarin rugs. She had the money. She had the Upper East Side. She thought that she was the creme de la creme. And I don't even know if people use that phrase anymore, but she just thought that she was hot shit. And Bethenny, sorry, girl, I helped you come up and it's almost like I brought you into this and I'll take you out. She kind of felt like that. And that wasn't what happened. Bethenny Frankel was the breakout star. You were not taking her off of the show unless she wanted to be off of the show. And Jill Zarin quickly learned that. But by the time she learned that, it was much too late because at that time, Bethenny already knew what her place was on the show. And she was like, oh, you're going to treat me like shit. And now you're kicked off the show. You were fired. I have nothing to say to you. Because the only reason you're probably reaching out to me now is because you were fired. And yeah, this seems a little self-serving. I would have been the same way. I wasn't good enough when you were on the show. When you had the opportunity to film with me, I put myself in a vulnerable position to talk to you and hash out all of our problems. But the very moment that your ass gets fired from the show and you no longer have a contract, oh, Bethenny, we want to be friends. Yeah. That's freaking convenient. And Bethenny's smart. She sees this. She's a businesswoman. She sees right through Jill Zarin's whole facade of wanting to reconnect and be friends again. I understand why she would feel the need to be a little on pause about this reunion. Okay, wait, getting back to it. I mean, here's the reunion. But she said, it's not because I'm crying in the middle of the night, waking up, sucking my thumb because Jill Zarin and I need to reunite for the rest of time. That's what she explained of her decision to have Jill on her podcast, adding that she just wants to experience some joyfulness between them now that they are older. And the last time they were in a room together, well, for a meaningful amount of time. I'm actually just going to play the video for you guys because I'm curious to see what you think about it. Hold on. Here's the odd video. Oof.
I'm crying in the middle of the night, waking up, sucking my thumb because Jill Zarin and I need to reunite for the rest of time. Like, it's settled. And I have like a little bit of like pleasant and joyfulness. We're older. The last time we had meaningful time together in a room, the last time we were talked alone was 2010. I'm not doing this because I want to like become best friends. So that's my only hesitation. So I've been a wreck all weekend because I don't want to like open up a door. I also don't want to be ratted out in the press, and I don't want to live in like stupid cheesy magazine headlines. Like I want to do this right. The last time I saw Jill was on a plane. It was clean.
Last time she saw Jill was on a plane. Yeah. Well, it continues on. Hold on. Let's bring them back up. It's kind of great that Paul was there too. She said, last time we talked alone, it was 2010. I'm not doing this because I want to become best friends, so that's my only hesitation. She said, I want to do this right. The last time I saw Jill Zarin was on a plane. It was clean. It was nice. And she asked me for something right after to go to an event, to go to something. And like, that's my fear. Like, I don't want to go to anything. I don't want to hawk gift bags. I just want it to be like, we know each other and it's good. This is good for you too, because you wouldn't be here if it weren't doing this, because everybody wants it. The only person who can give it to them is me. What? Naturally, fans were perplexed by Bethenny Frankel's rant about having Jill on her podcast. So she used Jill essentially because she wanted heaps of people to listen to her podcast. Now she's dusting her hands of her. That's mean girl in poor form. A second fan wrote, this is mean. LOL, she's basically saying that she is scared Jill is going to want to be her friend. And Bethenny, you're literally like a toddler on sugar. Jill probably doesn't even want to hang out with you either. With a third fan commenting, I think Bethenny is going through an accidental housewives-induced midlife crisis or identity dysmorphia. She came into our lives as a housewife. The world got to know her as a housewife. She made her wealth as a housewife, and therefore, in our minds, she will die a housewife. But the problem is, she doesn't want to be known as a housewife anymore. She tried so hard to pivot her career into daytime television, businesswoman who gives business advice on TV, and so much more. And all of that failed because to the world, she will always belong to Bravo. What in the Little Mermaid Ursula type, all you need is your voice shit is that? Hold on. Of course, you guys know it keeps going. So, how many times did Jill apologize to her while they were on Roni? And 13 years later, Bethenny still can't move on? Skinny mean girl. With the last fan saying, a clout-chasing, drifting drama queen crybaby with an elitist complex complete with cease and desist and a block button trigger response can ride anyone and everyone, but is always the victim. I don't know what I did to you, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio. Woo! Okay, Bethenny Frankel, it looks like you are not, well, you're not being praised by the fans, girl, but I want to hear what you guys think. I don't want to just put this out there and not ask your opinion. So go ahead and comment below. Let us know. And more importantly, before you go, do all the YouTube things, smash the like button, show some love, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.